Good morning. Welcome back to a beautiful jungle. It's time to harvest the rest of our potatoes, and I have some happy helpers with me.
Hola. Hola.
So this was up on the top when I took the straw off, so the light was going through the straw and it got green on there, and it's sprouting also. So this is what I mean by I will regrow the green ones. The ones that are green, I'll use them as seed potatoes. So we're just going to put that to the side. This one is the same thing. It was resprouting. And on top of that, I took a little bit too long to harvest. So, Lovey, I'm just going to pull these off. Lovey, you got to move. Let me turn this over. You got to move. These are Yukon Golds also. This is a 20-gallon bag.
Oh my God. It's a big.
And I'm going to let the kids get at it.
Potato. Don't stop rubbing it over. Here, I don't put the dirt all over it. Just look at and find out the potatoes. That's it.
Put the box in between y'all right there. This is a volunteer potato that came up. Oh, it's a rustic. So that means that I bought rustic potatoes, and Daddy's home. I bought rustic potatoes, and in my in-place compost, they came back up. So I planted inside of this container. And it was just the plant that I put in here. So I think that's it. We just got 2 off of there, which is awesome. I am really enjoying these rustic potatoes. And this container is falling apart. It's breaking. I didn't do any fertilizing in here. I mean, I put some fish fertilizer, and that's about it. When I was fertilizing the other containers, they're Kenneback and Kenneback. Is it Kenneback? Kenneback. Potatoes, and it says I planted 5 inside of here, and these are 2 of these containers, and this is planted on April 22nd. So I started pulling them up, and then realized I looked up to tell you what it was, and I looked up and I saw that the camera wasn't on. So I don't know if I want to dump these out because they're pretty heavy. Jaden, bring me that container, that box. Yeah, my cup is in there, you know. Slide it over, please. Thank you. And the sun just came out, and you definitely do not want to keep your potatoes out in the sun for too long. So I'm going to try to move as fast as possible. I don't like harvesting my potatoes when the soil is wet because I am rough and I will peel the skin off. It makes this, when they're not cured, it makes it so much harder. The skin is soft and it's easy to take the skin off. She's getting some potatoes out too. Well, I'm gonna work on this and she's gonna work on that, and we're gonna get this done. I end up using the wheelbarrow, just dumping those 2 containers into the wheelbarrow because the bottom, you see the holes there? And if I do, God willing, if I do plant, I'm going to make much bigger holes because you see how compacted that was? It had a lot of roots at the bottom and it was wet. So I'm going to give it a little bit more larger holes. And those were the only two containers that I grew potatoes in. And for some reason, I think because it did not have like big enough holes, so I didn't see a greater yield from these two containers, but we did manage to get potatoes out, which I'm grateful for. So I had my boys bring up the other two containers of potatoes that was previously harvested, so I can do a total of the whole harvest of all the potatoes I harvest, not including the ones that I was periodically harvesting to cook and to give to family and friends. And I had one of my children's old notebooks, and I was writing down as I was taking the weight, and the grand total came out to 39 pounds. 39 pounds of potatoes grown in grow bags. I was just showing you, I was setting aside, I was not weighing the ones that were damaged or the ones that had green on them, because we were not going to be eating those. So just what we were eating, and that was the only thing that I weighed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it encouraged you to get out there and grow your own food, and especially potatoes. They're so easy to grow because you see me, I replanted potatoes that came up as a volunteer, and it was just a plant. It wasn't really much of potato hanging onto it. And I put it in a container, and I was able to get two potatoes from that one little plant. And it didn't even need that much attention, meaning fertilizer. So thank you so much for always supporting my channel. Thank you for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Thank you again for your support, and have a blessed day. See you in the next